I'm here in front of the sanitation department in Long Beach on West Pine Street. Why am I here? Because of the Parsha and because of Purim. There is a connection, actually, believe it or not, to both. In one of the turning points of the Megillah, Haman comes to Achashverosh in the middle of the night. He wants to ask him if he can hang Mordechai the next day, and he's already built the gallows. But before he gets a chance to ask, Achashverosh says, hey, I have this idea. What do you think I should do to somebody to whom I want to show great respect? And Haman, of course, thinks that it's about him. His ego takes him away. And he says, well, I think you should put him on the king's horse and have a very important person leading him around saying, this is what we do to people that we want to show respect to. Like Achashverosh, of course, turns the tables and says to Haman, why don't you lead Mordechai, your nemesis, around town? And as this is happening, the Medrash says, the daughter of Haman sees that somebody's being led around on a horse, and she thinks, of course, it's her father, and she pours some garbage or something along those lines onto him. And, of course, that adds to the humiliation of Haman. But it's all because of his lack of humility, because of his arrogance. The opposite is true in the Parsha. The Parsha begins with a command to Aaron and his sons that they are to take the ashes, and personally they are to be the ones to remove the ashes and clean up, take out the garbage, so to speak. It wasn't given to a more minor Kohen, but it was specifically given to Aaron and to his sons. And we know in the Talmud that people used to battle and stand online, and there was great competition who would have the honor of doing the Trumas Hadeshen, of taking out the ashes. And the Chovas Halvavos teaches us the reason this was given specifically to Aaron and to his children was to teach them humility, to teach them that they are really but part of God's narrative. They're not above it. They are part of the narrative. They're not greater than anybody else. That is such a beautiful message in the Parsha. You learn it the other side, in V'nahafochu, the opposite, the turning of everything that takes place in the Megillas Esther. I wish everybody a beautiful Purim period. I assume you'll see this afterwards. And a beautiful, beautiful Shabbos. So we should continue the spirit of Purim and learn these lessons of being subservient and being Ovdei Hashem and seeing God everywhere we look. Good Shabbos.